folks, and welcome back to Prison Architect. Last time we got our very basic prison set up. We have a total of 8 prisoners. They only are staying in a holding cell in bunk beds right now. We have some showers that are filthy for them. There's an intake area with a bunch of dirty clothes. Oh, we got a photo. There we go. There's 177. I found 104. Then we have our filthy kitchen and dining area here. So let's take a look here first and see if there's some grants that we can do to get some more money, because we don't have that much money in the grand scheme of this games, and we need to do a lot more. So we need to hire an accountant, unlock accounting through bureaucracy. So we can do that. We'll get that, and then that will hopefully we still need to build out a bigger area for offices. So let's work on getting more foundational areas set up here so we have bigger spaces to work within here. So I'm just going to expand that out. Luckily in this game, foundations aren't that expensive. Like in a lot of the other games I play, foundations are just like the most absurdly expensive thing ever, and they're not so bad in this one, which is nice. I'm not sure why we keep having fluctuations of water there. But I'm just going to build out this way just so that we can eventually build on more stuff. But let's speed the game up here and get all of this going. Our prison is doing okay thus far, but we need to have places to put people. We need lots of things. We're not in good shape as far as the game itself is concerned here. But otherwise, we're doing all right. Free time, you can see there's not a lot to do in this place free time wise, so we'll have to fix that. Eventually, we can go in here and we can click on needs, and we need to have something to see that, but we'll be able to see our prisoner needs eventually, and that's going to give us a bunch of indications of what we need to actually do to better fulfill the needs of our prison. We could probably provide some more power as well. We'll get to that in a little bit, I guess. And let's just hope and pray that we get all of this stuff handled. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put on another staff door. There you are. I don't know why doors are in it. Doors are just in a weird spot in this game, in my opinion. All right. So that will be another jail door area. And that's at least going to give us entrance to both of those buildings. I'm considering buying some more or hiring some more workmen because you can see, like, you're never allowed to have a negative balance. So if staffing is causing you a negative balance, it won't let you. You just kind of have to either fire people to hire more people, or it's kind of a pain in the butt. All right. One thing they do have is quick builds. We can go in here and we can find an office, I think. Do we have a quick build office? Yeah, there we go. See, and it has all of the stuff you need pre-built, ready to go. You just plop them in there. Bam. Bam. And then I guess we should probably put some utilities on this bad boy here. So I think running through there will be just fine. Bring that back here and connect it on. Because what we can also do is we can put switches on some of these power spots and control where electricity is going and where it is not. All right, so that's all getting in there. We have power for most of it, actually, which is nice. And this area eventually will be an office for somebody. I don't know who yet, but it will eventually be an office. All right, so I am neurotic. If you've ever watched my videos, you probably know that, but I like to have all of the things be consistent. So, like, I really want to make sure the floors are the same everywhere. And now we should be able to hire an accountant. We'll stick you in that office, and then I'm going to go back to grants. You can see that cost us a lot of money. We were at $700 something. Now we're at basically 500. But we're going to select this one, and we already got it. Now our next big payoff is cell block A. It requires us to have a prisoner capacity of up to 15, and right now we have a prisoner capacity of 0. So that's our next kind of goal that we need to shoot for. So we need to figure out what we're doing with all of that and how we want to approach it and all of the things. This door, I think I'm actually going to dismantle it. I'm going to move it over here. So I'll wait for them to put it into storage because it will show that we have one in excess there. Maybe I'll put it right here because then I can disable or dismantle these walls. So I'll go walls, dismantle walls, and get those walls taken care of. And then if I go to quick build and go to a basic cell, now we're gonna cancel that. 1, 2, okay. There we go. 1, 2. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we need a few more. This area is going to be a little open. I need to put on a new... Actually, I'm going to cancel that. This is going to be an extended shower over here for this area, and then I can build this block farther up, I think. We're just going to lock that as open so we don't have to deal with guards and people going through all of that. How many security guards do we have? We only have 3. We probably are going to need some more here. Flooring wise, I really like the mosaic floors for making sure people can get around in here. So do all of that. Then I need to go into utilities, water. And this is a danger area. I'll explain more, I guess, as we get in here. But basically, if there are major pipes in here, it can be bad news bears for us. So we're going to restrict those pipes so that prisoners don't have easy access to them. Because what happens is they like to dig holes and stuff. And when they dig holes and stuff, we get problems. So we're just going to make sure that we have all of that there. And then we'll connect it in like so. And we'll have to do a lot more planning with all that, but that's or at least our initial setup. We need some more power over here. And then we can build in some showers. So flooring wise, we'll put in the white tiles in this area. Like the ceramic floors. And what I'll sometimes do, again, it's been a long time since I really played this game in full. I'm remembering a lot of the stuff I used to do, and I don't know if it was good or not, but it's how I used to play. And I think we'll be all right. But let's go ahead and go into objects. Do we have lights? Oh, we have tons of lights because this area over here is very dark. All right, and then I need to get shower stuff. One, 2. So I'm going to surround this whole thing like that with drains and or walls. All right, we'll do that, and then we'll build a concrete wall here like so. And I'm going to try to squeeze in as many shower heads as I can. Not because I want to make it crowded, but because it requires us to be able to do that to get stuff to really work the way we want. So that's a hot mess and I love it. So we'll get our shower area set up there. And then we should be able to put in our door, I think. Doors. Yeah, our jail door is going to go... Oh, no, it's right there. We already have one. Okay, cool. So I put a space of 2 there because I like to have this walkway is very narrow. I like to have them a little bit bigger. It provides a little bit more safety for other things when we get much more complicated here. So we have a total of 9 beds right now. We need to have, what was it, a total of 15? Okay, cool. We can do that. So go with quick build. Our basic cell. Let's see, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have doubled up walls here for just a little bit. That's okay. I'm not super worried about that. And I think this is going to be a bigger hallway that we're going to be able to use to facilitate some more stuff. I don't know exactly what I want to do there quite yet, but we'll figure it out. think there's a clone button in this game. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is, and that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. All right, get this mosaic floor in there. And once we have all that done, that's the kit and caboodle as far as our base layer stuff goes here. So I'm gonna bring the water up here, I think, and across. And then we can put this stuff going in. All right, we're almost there. We're up to 80%. So we got 12 of them. We need 3 more of these guys to be completed. And then we'll have that one set up. And it looks like I forgot some ceramic floors on the bottom part of our cell block there. There we go. And going back into bureaucracy, I really want to make sure... Oh, we already do have cleaning. Okay, so we can start that process here. I guess we'll put on another... I have to see what... I don't know what the requirements of cleaning are. It's 3x3. Okay, so we can put a 4x4. Yeah, I know the quality of the cells is terrible. It's not my fault right yet. I'll fix it. Don't worry, game. And then we'll throw a staff door on there. And again, all my staff accessible areas are going to be like that. And then I'm going to put a metal floor in this one. Just because it's more of a utility space. And then staffing wise, I should be able to hire our janitor. So we'll hire 5 of them because our prison is disgusting. And we'll see what we get from there. Still have this much bigger area up here, which I think we're going to grow. This area can become a bigger kitchen, and then this area can become a much bigger dining room. And I suppose I should just finish out this space since we have some cash. We pretty much have the amount of cash we started with prior to me putting that part in, but we were doing good. All right, and then for access, I'm just going to throw a staff door in there so that we have access to it. No biggie. Utility-wise, let's throw in all of the things. It's very organized. I like it. And I need to get some more lighting in here. So objects, lighting, bam, bam, bam. And we can still blow this out a little bit more and probably put another group of showers and all of that. But you can see now we have prisoners be up for release because of parole, which we do not have a parole spot for yet. We have visitation, which we don't have a visitor spot yet. So we have some work to do in order to get this place really rocking and rolling. But before we can really do anything, we need to make sure our prison here is up to snuff with all the things that we have planned. All right, and I do need to go back and build a wall right there. It means blocked. Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. It's not a foundation. I was trying to build foundations. I just want to build walls right there and there. That should allow us to lock out that area so that we can figure out what's next. Visitation, all that is going to happen somewhere down here. I need to figure out how that's going to work because I don't know quite yet. But we'll get there. Uh-oh. Got overdose guys, so I need to call in emergency services because we don't have... So we go there. Nope, not that. Click on those guys. And we're going to deploy them to that guy. And let's just search his cell and himself. we go. I found some illicit substances, so we got that part solved. Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and dismantle those walls there. And I got to figure out how parole and how visitation stuff works. I think what I want to do is have another arm here that's going to be like kind of... This is not a big prison at all yet, but this pathway or this one are going to be the main ones. And we can have a prison, visitation area up here that they get escorted in through. And we could do that and expand the yard down here. I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look at our grants and just see what we can do here. Health and well-being, we need medical ward and doctors. Okay. Especially, oh, we do have health stuff. Okay, cool. That's important because as we saw, we had somebody who had some medical issues there. So we need to get that solved. Let's go into quick builds and we have a medical space ready to roll very quickly. I don't like that space though. So I'm going to go back and build my own. Medical. Or it's an infirmary, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to do that. And then I can build walls out. Put our staff doors on either side. Then we'll zoom way on in and figure out what we need to have. All right, so we need a desk. A filing cabinet, and then some medical beds. Four should be enough, I think. We'll find out, I guess. So once we get that, we'll hire 2 doctors, although doctors are $100 a day, so we can hire 1 doctor, which brings up a good time for this. We can take on more prisoners. So we can take on, let's do fill capacity to 18 of minimum security. All right, we'll do that. Let's go ahead and get at least a doctor in there. There we go. We got our 2 doctors now. Flooring wise. Don't know what I want over here yet. But I do know we're going to have a visitation opening up here, I think. So we have space for 1 more office, right? Is that what we have? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we don't have room for 1 more office. Okay, that's actually a good thing. I could shrink this by 1 and have it work, but I don't want that. I want this to be a nice big opening. So we'll put on a large jail door right there, and there are visitors doors, right? Yeah, visitor door, that's what I want. So I'll put on 2 visitor doors there. And I guess I should make flooring. White tile seems like what a doctor should have, like a hospital room should have. Okay. In here, since this is going to be our visitor area, we need to make it fancy. So we'll have those go into place. And then I need to figure out what we're doing with the other rooms here. So I'm going to do a quick build because it always gives me an idea of what I should do. We have all that. We don't have... Do we have a staff room yet? We do not have a staff room. Okay. That can be something that we work on in a moment. Visitation and parole. Oh, my goodness. Parole takes up a lot of space. Okay. So I think we can do it there. Or do I want to bring it down here? So I think that's fine. Do that. And then where's visitation? Whoa. That was a big old room. Okay, that's fine though, because then I can put a staff room, hopefully. Staff. Where is my staff? There it is. How big does a staff room need to be? It seems excessive, because I can just move that door. That's not a big deal. Staff room only needs to be 4x4. Okay. So that's going to go there. Then I can build my walls out. Throw a staff door on there. Throw a jail door. Once that gets built, we'll throw that up there. Flooring wise, we have that, which looks lovely. We can throw on this thing and make that a staff door as well. We'll have this be a staff door. And then we just need to finish up whatever else we're doing here. All right, so I'm not thrilled with the layout of all this stuff. I'm going to rearrange this wall here so that this visitation room is slightly bigger. And I also want to make sure that all of my guests coming in here are screened in some way. And I'm going to make more sense of that here in just a second. But we need to make sure we get all of this stuff set up. And eventually what we're able to do too is, we don't have it yet, but in logistics, you can say, okay, this area, even though it's a staff door, in theory, a prisoner can go through there if a staff opens the door for them. We can also set that up so that that doesn't happen at all, so that there's no options for anything to take place. All right, so this door needs to get dismantled. I want to pull in... Oh, we even have... That's what we're talking about. See that metal detector? That's important. That thing's going to matter to us a whole bunch here real soon. I want to build on more concrete wall, like so. And... I don't think we actually need to have access to any of that stuff per se. No, we do, because people have to be able to come in here and go down, but we can restrict this access even more. Just trying to make layers of defenses so that people cannot escape easily, because that's what will happen here. So go in and do that. Our walls, we got that. This guy. We need to put that door back in. So that's going to go up here. This door is going to go up there. Dismantle that door. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to throw a metal detector in here. I really just want to close that entirely off, but I don't want to. Oh no, we have another staff door. We can shut this entire place off right there if we wanted to. It's not necessary, but we could. There should be a door there as well. So we're going to go into doors. Just a regular jail door is going to go right there. This yard is pitiful, but it's okay for now. We have... Here come our prisoners. We have our new prisoners coming in. So what should happen, if I remember this right, that yeah, they're all in handcuffs. They stand outside. Eventually, there's going to be a security guard that lets them all in, and then they get searched. So somebody found a spoon. They found pills. They get changed, and then they get put into their prison stuff. It's just very labor intensive because it takes each guard has to take one person, but it'll get better over time here. All right, and then. Doors. That's going to go up there. We're going to rebuild the wall down here. And then this hallway actually serves no purpose right now. We could extend both those rooms without any problem. Actually, no. While they don't really serve a purpose per se, it does give us a nice little place for staff to be able to get from one side of the facility to the other right now. But you can see here how, like, we have staff that need to go through all these things to be able to access and all that. I don't particularly like how this is set up right now. We need to do a better job. Where's my lights? Because this area is dark and depressing. All right, and then this guy here, you can see that we have this. I want to move it to be right there. This one is going to get moved right there. And then utility-wise, I need to make sure that all of these are connected. And what that should do for us, if I'm thinking right here, these are all kind of publicly accessible areas, so they're going to get painted nicely. And then we can go back to our mosaic floors going up here, up here, and going across like that, I think is what I want to do. And then we can go in here and we're going to demolish that wall and these walls. Flooring wise for our staff room, what do we want to have? I guess wooden floors make sense for staff. And objects, what do we have to have? We have to have a sofa and a drink machine. Okay, that's easy enough. And then a drink machine. And, oh, we got plants. Cool. There we go. Makes it just a little nicer. We're going to pull those walls out, and it's going to be a bigger visitation room. I'm sure we're going to need to have more patrol spots or parole spots, but what I like about this is that we can expand upwards, and we still have this kind of dedicated area for all the things. So I want to find objects and metal detectors. They're $1,000 a pop. But basically, you're going to ensure that nobody comes into this prison with the stuff they shouldn't have. All right, let's go rooms, parole, or visitation. It's going to be made slightly bigger. And we're just going to move all of these over one more spot. And you see, we did have a prisoner that got released. We're at 17 out of 18 right now. Before we were solidly sitting at that number. I don't know why these keep glitching. Is it just the... I'm really not sure why that keeps happening. All right, but that is going to be shut. All right. So I could add more cells there going up if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that quite yet. But I do want to add on this area. We have lots of other rooms that we have not really explored yet that we probably should do. We have a common room, which is important. We have a chapel, which is important. And a gym, which could be important as well. Chapel needs to be 6 by 6, which is pretty large. Common room doesn't have any size requirements. So I think that's going to be our common room there. And then we'll build our walls around that. Flooring for that is just going to be Limestone? Sure. And then we're going to add some nice rest and relaxation stuff to all of this. Put some benches in there. Can we get a drink machine? We can. Get some more chairs, I suppose. Foosball table. Snack machine. Yep, I want that. Get a chess table or two in there. And we have paintings. Look at that. There we go. And we got a fancy little room there. And I thought I built the flooring here, but apparently I did not, so we need to fill that problem. And I considered putting a metal detector there. I don't think I'm going to, but I probably should. And taking a look at utility-wise, they're all hooked up to power. Okay, how are we doing power-wise? Because, oh boy, we're right on the edge. See how this little bar fills up as it gets closer to red, if it does get to red. We have massive problems, so we need to correct that with... can I do a max capacity one? Heck yeah. Because if these things, I don't know how much they provide, but right now we're only at 250 units. If I could put max capacity and it gives us enough cover to get rid of some of these and put some other bigger ones in, that's what we're going to do. So each one of those is 100. Okay. And what do the small ones do? So that will knock us down to 350. Okay. We're golden. We're golden. We're golden. Utilities, that's where I want to be. I'm so bad at this game. All right. There we go. Once we get those built in there, that should satisfy a lot of our power requirements and all of that fun stuff. All right. Right now we're sitting real pretty with our power situation. We're okay with that. Let's take a look and see what we have for our grants. Health and well-being. We have to build a medical ward, at least 2 doctors, and a psychiatrist. All right. We don't have the psychiatrist yet. Do we have that unlocked is the question. No, I need to unlock that one. And then once we have that unlocked, we have an office sitting right there ready to go. While we're looking at that, I would like to have security and then be able to get to deployment because that allows us to control where people are at and what's going on with everything. I also want to start... we have other work we need to do here as well. This kitchen area is going to be a problem for us longer term here, mainly because it's small. We don't have enough, and we took up all the space we could to grow it out. I suppose I could bump this up into here and get one more table area, but I don't know if that really moves the needle for us as far as what we need to do. So we're just going to kind of hold off on that for now and see what we can come up with. And we still have a prisoner awaiting solitary confinement. Well, that's fun. Let's go ahead and build some more cells here. All right, I have that. And then they do have a solitary cell that I could put in like so. Oh, that's what we're going to do. 1, 2 of those. Heck yeah. All right, but I need to build some walls first. So the doors for that are solitary doors. Let's build the concrete wall coming down, and they just get a toilet, I believe, is all they need. Rooms, solitary. That's what we're looking for. Oh, see, this is a problem. I don't want the main waterway going like that. So I'm going to bring this up here and over there for now. Then we can do that. And I think that will satisfy what we need to have with that. Oh no, I picked the wrong thing. My bad. Sorry, game. Alright, we'll do all of that fun stuff. Then our mosaic floor comes up here. Need some new utilities. Oh, I still need to build a wall there. Okay, that's fine because we can wait for it to get caught up before it's actually satisfied. All right, so now we have our solitary room. Beautiful. This guy who's been in handcuffs for the past like 75 years is going to go into solitary. There he is doing his thing. Utility wise, we look at water. Perfect. Okay, I think we're okay with all of that. "12 visitors on site in 6 groups." Okay. So you can see we have all of our visitors there. Flooring wise. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody just escaped. Alright, so we need to take a look at that area. There is, maybe it's indoors. A road gate, that's what I want. So when people come into our prison, they're going to get stopped at some type of gate here. Then go back to walls. And get fences. Oh, and I guess I should probably build one there too, huh? There we go. Now it's a more protected area. We still have a lot we need to do to get this lined up better, but I think we'll be okay. Storage. We need just a slightly larger storage area, which we can do there. And then hopefully those 3 items can get relocated. There we go. See, that guy overdosed and the medical people came and got him and healed him up real fast, which is what we're looking for. Okay, cool. We're in much better shape than I thought we would be. We still have, we have a capacity of 22 prisoners. We satisfied parole hearings, I think. All of that. The health and well-being. We did that, right? Oh, we have to hire a psychologist still. That's right. Okay, so... or a psychiatrist, excuse me. There we go. We got that grant. Prison maintenance. Unlock bureaucracy. Groundskeeping. Hire a foreman. He requires an office. Already have that guy. Alright, so I just need the grounds maintenance, looks like. And whenever that gets researched, then that allows us to hire a gardener And I think that like all this stuff gets cleared up from that. I don't really remember how that works, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, we're making $690 a day at our current rate. It will go up once we get 5 more prisoners. Minimum security prisoners do not pay all that much money, but that's okay. We don't need them to pay that much money. We just need to have the basics set up for them. All right, so that's at 29, 30%. I want deployment as well. We need to hire a security chief. So here's my dilemma. I don't have space to put more of that. So what I may do is... Do I want to expand up here with more staffing areas that can satisfy that? I don't know. I just don't know why those guys continue to freak out every little bit there, but whatever. So that's going to be the next expansion we put on. It's going to be another staff area, I believe. And this may be where we start to staff some security stuff here. And then up here, we're going to put more parole rooms coming up off of that. That's my plan anyway. We'll see how that works out. I don't really have a solid plan for any of this yet, but we'll figure it out. Another metal detector there. Fantastic. And then quick build, office. I don't know why, but I can never find the rooms that I want to find when I need to find them. So I always have to search. And then we'll add on the flooring. Yay, flooring. Build out that. And the staff is going to be our chief. Alright, we just need to hire a gardener. There we go. We got that one completed. And we're up to 47,000. Visitation rights. Build a visitation room. Have at least 3 visitor table. Build a common room. Add a pool table, 2 TVs, and 5 phone booths. 1, 2, 3. We can add on 4 and 5. That's not a big deal. I'm going to dismantle that. Move that. And that. Dismantle that one. And right now I'm just trying to clear out space so we can do what we want to do here. Alright, we have prisoners coming. We also have somebody who's overdosed here, so search him in the cell. So we can find anything. There we go. That's what we want to find. All right, and then going back into our visitation rates, we need a pool table, 2 TVs, and more phones. Okay. So we'll take that one on. It gives us at least a list of stuff that we need to have. We need a pool table. So objects, pool table is right there. What else do we have? We already have so we have 3 of them here, but we also put some outside. There's 2. So we do have 5 already. That's a happy accident. And then we need 2 TVs. All right. Nope, not RV. TV. There we go. I don't want the large TV. I just want the small ones. There we go. And now we are maxed out on prisoners. They all get searched when they come in. I really should add a metal detector on here, so... Yeah, basically want anytime you're moving throughout the prison. Who are you? You're a visitor. Okay. That's Wyatt's father. Alright, let's see what we got here. So these guys are just going to exist right there. Cool. Four prisoners are in need of spiritual guidance. 2 are in solitary confinement. That's fine. 1 staff exhausted. We have visitation stuff. 2 prisoners up for parole. So let's look at our regime here, because this is kind of an important thing. Let's do work/free time. So they eat. So it's from 11 to 7. They have work or free time. Okay. Now, this is where it gets fun. We can do different spots here where we can get people to come and join us, and we can have all this stuff set up. So we have 4 people who want to deal with treatment of drug addiction. We can start that up, and you can see that we have that one starting. We can do an alcoholics therapy group, and they have different meeting spots where they can meet and do their thing. You can see we have a bunch of guys waiting to come in, and they're in their drug addiction spot. So basically, we're trying to make sure that we improve our overall prison so that they don't reoffend. That's the main goal here, is to not have your prisoners reoffend. And if you can accomplish that, you're going to be in a much better shape overall with the things we need to do. So you can see we still have lots of space to work with. We only have 22 prisoners, and they seem to be pretty chill so far. So like over here where you have the danger thing, we have 5 prisoners who have been unnecessarily, or 3, excuse me, 2 prisoners that are suppressed and compliant, and then 15 prisoners say they're well treated. Danger level is low. If we have 15 prisoners who are happy-ish with what's going on, I think we're doing okay. I like the double layer support here. We may eventually add on walls out here and add on a bigger yard. Like this may lead to the outside and the bigger yard, or this to the outside, and then we have other facilities around that. Because I can see this reception area getting moved eventually to maybe... it's probably going to stay where it's at. But some of this stuff will change out. Like the shower area will have to change out. How that yard setup will change. We got a whole bunch of stuff that needs to change. All right, well, we do have deployment now, which is wonderful. Legal, I don't know what that does for us. Prison labor, we have that. Oh, laundry. I saw that on there. He says workers can unite to do laundry. Okay, so that's our next step. Our prisoners are probably pretty dirty because nothing has really happened for them so far. So we need to do that. I'm just taking a look here. We need spiritual guidance. So this area up here might be for that. Let's actually just go in and build the foundation for all this. And I'm just going to add a staff door. Let's just put it up here, and then that should allow them to just loop around quicker and easier. Rooms. All right, so we have a laundry room somewhere in here. And security. We don't have a security office yet either. We're probably going to want to do that. Oh, we don't have laundry unlocked yet. That's probably because we don't have prison labor done. All right, so let's go in and go to grants. Let's see, we have to have security chief, hire 10 guards, patrol through bureaucracy, and at least 3 guard patrol routes. Okay, we can do that. That's easy. So we just need prison patrols. And I should look at bureaucracy to see if there's any other staff that are going to need offices. Like, okay, so education doesn't need that. All right, that one needs an office. There's nothing there. All right, I want to fill up some more office space with that because I know that the workmen can also have, we can use multiple workmen. If I don't even know if we have that yet. So foreman, you see you have 1 of 5, so we can actually put more of those in. So we kind of want to make sure we do that if possible. Office, there we go. Found it first time. Look at me. Oh yeah, look at that. It's beautifully designed. It's like I meant to do that. All right, and this gate situation can get moved so it's closer to the top there, but I'm happy with where it's at right now. We could also double layer it if we wanted to. We'll see how it all goes. And the reason why I like big hallways is it just provides more space for us to be able to get stuff. Like these tight hallways that we have originally set up here, they're fine, but they're definitely tough. So now what we can do here, I actually should hire the staff because we need 10 total security guards. There we go, I got our 10. But now I can go to deployment, which is new, and I can say, hey, I want a guard there. I want a guard there. I want a guard right there and right there. And basically all this is doing is allowing us to, especially with the different things here with the metal detectors, if people come in and or detect it, we have it. It's easy. We can do it. You can see we have 3 security guards that are not currently being used. Everybody else is good. We should probably assign some people there, but we'll deal with that down the road here. Utilities. No, that should all be good. They just haven't connected it all up yet. Or they haven't put the lights in yet, I don't think. Why is it still so dark? They just don't have any light bulbs there. Okay, so we can go to objects and we should have... Oh, we actually don't have that many lights. Okay. Quick builds, parole. So, I have those 2 there. All right. Those walls are going to get removed, I believe. Yeah, we'll get rid of all that. This will continue to be fancy floors. Just going to build that area, and now we can cancel that. Flooring wise, do that, come down like that, come down like that. Right, we're still working on paroles, right? Or patrols, my goodness, I can't read. And then I also need prison labor, which is going to allow us to get to flooring, which is what we need. Uh-oh, we got lots of people. All right, we need to search that cell. And we need to search that cell. And you search the cell. So you can see here, we can select where people are at. So this is all is minimum security, minimum security. And then I can go with staff only, yeah. There we go. I'm just trying to designate different areas for different things. What is that? This prison requires solitary. Yeah, I know. That's fine. We'll get you taken care of. Don't worry there, Chief. Flooring. Got that. And then I need to just add a door. I'm deciding if I should have like another pathway like this going down here. So that's, yeah, I think I will. It's easy enough to do. And gives us room to expand stuff down the road. All right, so that one person was done with their solitary. This guy's in his now. Uh-oh. That guy is now up to... video game piracy for 2 years. Why is he... I just want to know why he's in a different color. Everybody else is in gray. He's in orange, which I don't appreciate. Say he's in orange. Oh, he's a medium security prisoner. Interesting. He upped his rating there. That's not good. And then I need to go to deployment and say this is for staff only. Because I do not want people coming through there. Is there a visitor only? Visitor only, there we go. Oh, I don't want that to be just visitor only because we need to have security guards in there. And this one requires some extra power. So we'll provide that like so. Walls, bam, bam. What may wind up happening is, you see how we have the staff-only entrance here? We may have another staff-only entrance and then put a bigger cafeteria up here. And then, yeah, I think that might be the play. But our next play that we need to do here is we need to get this area set up for the spiritual stuff. Because we have a lot of people asking for it. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get our extra 10 grand and assign patrols. Patrols are a little weird in this game. So you go to deployment, go to patrols. You can draw your patrols. So I'm just going to draw a patrol like that. And then you can assign a guard. Can I do one guard to all three? Oh, there we go. I'll just leave that one on there. Okay. So we got that. The general quality of our cells needs to be improved. No, I'm okay with that. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if our parole rooms are working or not though, because I really haven't seen anybody go in them. But people have been getting released, so maybe they are. I don't know. Let's go over into rooms. We have the chapel, which is for the spiritual part. Needs to be 6 by 6. Build the walls around that. We'll throw in just a regular door, like so. Flooring wise, I'm gonna go with the limestone. Kind of like that. And then object wise, we have an altar. Whoa, these are massive. Some pews and some prayer mats. Cool. And look, they're using it. Uh-oh, we had an escape. That's not good. This dude, man. How many times has he been found to have stuff? Uh-oh, we did have an escape, which murders our score, but that's okay. I still need to put in a light bulb there. All right, let's go over to programs. We're negative money right now. That's not good. Government security rating requires assign 2 dog handlers and 2 armed guard patrols. I don't want to do that yet. Minimum security prison seems unnecessary to have that. But what I can do, assign some guards out there. Don't know why we haven't built anything else there yet, but we need to. There we go. See, that wasn't hard. Let's see if moving that's going to help us out at all here. All right, so our next thing is I really want to expand this cell block. This block is kind of weird. I like to have them generally set up as wings, where it's more dedicated and easy to follow what's what. Like I eventually want to put a cell block up here, another one over here, and have maybe like this pathway be the way that they get there. But that's going to require a little bit more work. So let's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be like that. So let me just throw that like there. And what's cool about what I like about this is I could actually just throw cells all the way down, like long lines of cells, and have them be dedicated blocks really easily. So as soon as that gets all constructed there, build on that, which is going to be 10 grand, which is a lot of money, but we have to do it. Oh no. Gotta cancel that because I think it's going to destroy all the walls there. All right, let me just throw on a quick door just so that we have that there. So this one, we need to search that cell. I need to search your cell. Warning, mentally handicapped, disturbed, armed, suicidal. Sentenced 5 years for pickpocketing. That sounds like a lot. All right, we're back on the right side of things at least. All right, so this area over here, because we can continue this guest area farther out, but I want to get laundry in here and then potentially get a cleaning area for our work. We're basically going to be able to use our prisoners as workers here soon. So that's going to kind of be the next goal. How are we doing power-wise? We're golden, and we still have 2 of the dumber ones there. So we're fine with all of that. Let's see, laundry rooms. What is the requirements for... Oh, we even got a library we can look at. But laundry room doesn't have any size requirements. And then a cleaning cupboard we know is 3 by 3. So let's go into planning because this is something we haven't done yet. If I add my walls like so for that. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we can do that and then have this as laundry. That's not a problem at all. Okay. All right, so that will work. No problem. All right, so just room out. Cleaning cupboard's gonna go there. And then laundry. It's gonna get built there. And then I need to build the walls out. And our doors. That's gonna be a jail door, and that's gonna be a jail door. Then our planning one, we can clear all of our plants, because we already did what we need to do. Uh-oh, somebody escaped. Where did they escape from? I think this is our weak spot right now. There's not a lock on that door. So, take a look. Everywhere else there is definite locks on stuff, so I'm gonna dismantle that one. Go back to walls and doors. We're gonna throw a jail door on that spot. We have a large concrete area that needs to get built here, so I'm just gonna Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to go to planning. And let's see here. In my perfect world, I just have this separated by about 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd build out this. This goes 1, 2, 3. Then we have 2 there. Let's see, it's just going to be separated by 2s, right? So, yep, that's all we need. And then that can be a shower area. Oh, nope. Did that wrong. So actually, this all would be the shower areas. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. And that's going to be our next setup there. While we're doing all that, let's go ahead and get the flooring and all that stuff set up. So I want metal floors for this. I'll do metal floors for that. And I have no idea what the requirements are for this. So let's zoom in just on that room. All right, so we need laundry machine. That makes sense. We need a table. Okay. Do some small ironing boards. And then we need some laundry baskets. Utility wise, let's see what we need to have here. I'm assuming they need power. So we'll do that. And then they most definitely need water as well. So we'll do something like that. Let's see, do we have any other easier ones? Prisoners work laundry. Okay, that one we can do pretty easily. Education, we don't have that stuff yet. $10,000. Is there any upfront payment? Have at least 5 guards without assigned duties. 3 escapes. What the crap is going on? There we go. We got that one figured out already. Let's see here. All right, so we need to get the jail door. So I'm gonna put a large jail door there. And basically, in the future, if I could, I don't think there's a way to copy and paste, but I can just build this out, copy it, and plop them down. Boom, boom, boom. So each one's its own little cell block. Full of, what, 20 prisoners? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Alright, so we do have power, but with this one we'll connect all the rest of them. Which is what we need to have. We're using roughly half of the available power we have at this current moment. There we go. We satisfy the room requirements, but we need to make sure all the stuff gets built first, and all of this stuff goes away. This one we can assign people to actually be at, prisoners to be at, and then we should also be able to assign them to work in this laundry room once we get all of this stuff taken care of. Yep, look, we're already cleaning stuff up. You can see this is too small. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I think that's okay. Everybody's getting searched right away. Somebody already is discovered with something they shouldn't have. All right. And then while they're all at lunch, we're just going to search the cell block. That whole thing, this counts as one block. We'll search that up and just see if there's anything that we need to know about that area. This, we're going to dismantle that. I'm going to put a actual door there, because my idea here is I just want to have branches of this going all the way down. And the yard's going to need to be significantly improved, but that's a future us problem. Okay. Why are we over capacity right now? We do not have 22. It's why we have 24 of 22. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, I'm not sure why that is. This guy is eventually going to get replaced with that. One more person awaiting solitary. 9 visitors are coming in. Flooring wise, that don't know how they keep getting out. We have to figure that out. That's going to be a big problem for us. So we have all of that put in. We'll pull that all out there. All right. Now this is where it gets fun. If we go into the logistics, you can see that we can actually qualify different people to work. So just 1, 2, 3, 4 can work there. And we can get up to 12 prisoners working there. So now we don't have to have staff do that stuff. We can have prisoners do that, because through the regime here, you can see that we have jobs that we can assign. So let me go back over to grants and just see if there is, see, kitchen, cleaning cupboard. Oh, we have to do the kitchen thing. But in order for them to work at the kitchen, we need to have a program that supports that, which should be kitchen safety and hygiene. So we can start that. So it's a 2-hour session. We have 3 people who are currently interested in that. And there we go. I think that's going to be what wraps us up here for today. We're getting ever closer to doing more here. These guys say they're working, but there's not a lot to do right now. That's okay. And then we have a bunch of other staff members going through and doing their thing. But all of that's good. We're fine with all of that. We are going to have to rearrange where this kitchen is at and get that better established down the road here. But that's a future us problem. Folks, thanks as always for joining me here as we continue to go through and work on our prison architect and making a prison that's better for everybody. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.